ZSS and the Banter is going to go to the tried and true Inkling, the character we've seen Banter play the most. Does Banter have another character? I can't even think of another character Banter plays.
Yeah, well, Inkling is a fellow hit and run character, but we did see how ZSS could handle my hit and run character, but how can ZSS handle
Right. Unlike Sonic, one of the things that is a lot different between these two matchups is that with Sonic always takes his turn first. He always goes in, does a spin dash, and then you get to play the game. You know, you don't want to run in and interact with Sonic. Sonic runs in and interacts with you. And so, with that said, I don't think the same is exactly true for these two characters. Maybe ZSS is the character okay, you gotta come and interact with me, or I'm gonna come interact with you, depending on however ZSS plays the game.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was clean.
Getting the early stock off right there, only 56%. Now, Pan right here is kind of going to be feeling that a little bit, be like, ooh, this is going to be a harder one, because as being disadvantaged over 100%, that's one thing. Being disadvantaged with only having 50% on your opponent, that's another, and 10 times harder.
Also, I was just as a refresher, I was trying out Inkling earlier today, and I forgot how whack this character's movement is, between the dashes and everything. The character looks like it moves so well on the screen right now. And I tried playing the character is oh, it felt so stiff. Regardless, though, it seems like Dulce was able to find the stock there. But, you know, Inkling has a little bit of a lead here. A lot of the usually in the low percents, it's not that meaningful. The difference between 26 and 64% isn't all that much. It's one interaction between two characters, because in the early percent, you can build up the percent a lot easier just because you're able to more easily chain combos, right? So the differences between 20% and 100% is a lot more different, just because by that time you're looking for kill moves and stuff like that. Where if you're still at 20, you're still looking for ways to build damage.
Nah, but F-Notch gonna care right there and then. Danny again only at 66%. Not too much different from that first stock.
Yeah, Banter here is just pulling out all the stops here.
You know, very well spacing from Banter. You know, it's gonna be
yeah.
You know, I believe if Inkling does hit a character with full of ink, they take a 1.5% damage increase, which in all honesty, it's huge.
Oh, what was that? So I think Dulce went for the up B, and Banter accidentally jumped into it or something. I have no clue how that connected. But I think the damage on the ink is percentage based off how much ink you have on you, right?
Yeah, it is. It's a percent increase.
Yeah.
So, I think that mostly goes to 1.5. Ooh,
jab.
Ooh, the punish.
That was sexy. The bait, you just said the jab reset, force the roll, and then punish the roller. Oh, it's happening again.
Game 1 goes to Banter.
Banter felt like he just had the reads there. It's not often you just get to say, oh yeah, that player just outread you. It wasn't even you know, sometimes you see a skill difference, oh, this player just had better spacing or fundamentals. And that was just hard reads. He got sauced.
You know, somebody's been reading the dictionary or Pulp Fiction or something like that. I don't know, man. He's been working on his reading. Oh, but they're going to Town and City.
Yeah. And Dulce is a player that I think has to warm up to the match first. He has to understand the type of person he's playing against. True. And if the other player takes it slow, I think Dulce will adapt and win game 1. But I don't think it's you know, Dulce can lose game 1 and still come back from the other 2 sets. It's very much a character, I feel like.
How can he increase the tempo of the battle?
Alright. What about just not dying the roller
Pan
and stuff like that?
He's taking the early lead right here, Dulce. Just getting the juggle combos, you know, making it hard for Mr. Banter to approach. But honestly, this spacing game, right now, is in Dulce's favor. Which is outstanding to watch and always interesting.
Right. Just using a lot more of ZSS tools to her advantage. Trying to learn where Inkling's weak spots are. Inkling has a pretty decent fair and a back air. Those are
oh! Ooh, the DI. No DI.
That was extremely good DI, but not good enough. As Dulce takes a surprisingly strong lead at the beginning of the stock.
True. Now, as Miss Banter had the advantage last round with that whole percent thing, he doesn't. At this point, it's about switched. It's what Banter was doing last game is now what Dulce is doing to Banter.
Yeah. Also, I might as well mention Uppy is so strong on the stage for Pandolce, just because like the ledges.
Ooh, down smash gonna kill early.
Catching the jump there. Another good read. Like I said, Banter's just like really strong at the reads today.
Yeah, right now, like this is more even than the stock differences last game.
Yeah, and that's one of Banter's huge X factors right now. Is just the fact that because his reads are so a part of it, I don't know if it's pattern reading or if he's getting lucky, but it's really, really just letting him get a huge advantage in this match.
Spacing a lot with Zare, you know, and Inkling, as much as Inkling does have like those moves to like have distance moves.
Another roll read and to near ledge too. Like if that was like center stage, you know, possibly you could have lived that, but you know, with the roll read right there, like this is such a huge X factor right now. Like I said, I don't even know what patterns he's picking up on. I'm the commentator. I don't have to worry about playing the game. I just have to observe and analyze. But even I can't recognize like what type of patterns Pandolce are making that is giving Banter like the clues on like where to position himself next and what moves to go for.
I think at that point it's just that he's like, maybe he's just an idea of how he's played Pan before. He's like, okay, no, now. You never know. Maybe these players have to.
Yeah, possibly. And like, not to mention, English is a really good character to get amazing reads with. Roller is such a punishing move because it grounds you for a free punish, and then it also amplifies set damage that you're doing afterwards because, of course, the Ink will. So it's just like, it's just so strong.
But Banter is different from like an up be like that, for example.
Yeah. We're just looking for finding that kill option here. This is probably the stage transformation that benefits ZSS the most.
This is
the platforms on the side help quite a bit.
Almost done.
Just more patience here from both players. Well, it's not really patience. You're kind of in their face right now.
Oh!
And he hits the...
No, the DI! He gets the DI. That time, but no, I mean, that's gonna kill.
Yeah. That is like Pan's favorite punish. He always loves that, like, nair into down beat near the ledge. That's his bread and butter. That is the true Pandolce also. I was surprised it took this long to see it. I don't know if Pandolce was on stream before you played him, but that was like Pandolce's favorite trick in his book. It's his favorite joke.
Joke on that. You know, as much as ZSS, returning to punish ZSS is possible, but not the easiest.
Oh, chase it up into the air. Inkling up here is pretty strong. Keep is strong.
I don't think it's strong enough to kill though, at this stage.
No, it definitely is strong enough to kill on this stage. No Ink left in the tank, so kind of run options with no bomb or no roller here.
No Ink?
Into the ground, into the up B, and just enough footsies and draining out Inkling's resources there. Pandolce was able to find the stock, and in turn, find the game. And now we are on to a Game 3 situation. Banter's choice of the stage. I'm really excited to see, you know, what sort of last-minute improvisations that these players can make. Between Pandolce's extremely powerful kill confirms and combos and Banter's really, really like sinister reading. I almost want to call it sinister just because like it's so like he's like literally in his head. It feels evil the way he's getting these roller reads.
Well, they're going to every competitive player's bread and butter stage, Pokemon Stadium 2. That's what. Which in reality, I'm thinking about this because on Pokemon Stadium 2 there's a lot of on Battlefield, but minus the being able to go under. It's what makes this stage so great is that there's not too much platforms. They're well spaced apart. You know, and it's nice, long on the ground. It's both of these characters that can have an advantage, but I think honestly Inkling does. For the fact that the more Banter loves the ground. You know, he loves the ground, and if he wants to have the ground, then he's going to take it. And to have as much ground as he can get, that's going to be a huge contributing factor.
I think the biggest reason for picking PS2 is sort of like how you were saying, the stage is so big, and you're granted so many opportunities to basically like run away, charge up, and also you're just dying less often to ZSS party tricks. You're not dying to like up B like in the center of the stage as often, as long as you weren't like DI'd awkwardly, right? Because you have a lot of space to DI like out and away.
Oh, gonna hit that?
Ooh, yeah.
That did, but that was...
Doesn't hit the spike, but, you know, still racking up quite a lot of damage there. Still put in a scary position.
But, Mr. Banter's gonna get the F smash, gonna get
Even had enough time for a little charge there, too. Just saucing up that F smash, guaranteed that it'd get the kill there.
kill.
Yeah. Now we're just gonna see a lot more footsies from these players. You know, ZSS is the one that really has to find the kill here. So Inkling could just sort of play a little patiently. You know, ooh, up air. Okay. Inkling could play a little patiently because ZSS has to be one to initiate, right? It's so hard to find great kill options when you're the one initiating, right? Because options
but he's gonna be able to match out of there.
barely too far away as well.
Before there? Okay, Joker.
Yeah, I was about to say, one of ZSS's favorite ways of finding kills is just like using down smash, like confirm it to like an up B for example, or F smash. Options like that. No, no super great.
Not the
punish.
greatest.
I was expecting S smash or roller, something along the lines of
Yeah,
that.
but you know what? Pan's kind of having a little bit of a breath of relief for that, but he's still feeling that pain. This is not a good stock.
This is like so bad for Pandulce just right now because he hasn't found his kills. And Pandulce has ways of finding kills, but Banter's not giving him the reactionary defensive kill. He's not giving like up the out of shield for example. Banter's just playing from a safe distance for the most part. And so Pandulce has to work.
He has him on ledge. And down smash gonna kill.
And just covering the neutral getup right there, finding the kill, and taking a whole other stock here. Like, it's fine. Banter can lose his stock here because he has a whole other stock to use. And, you know, it's not to say that he needs to start slouching or anything, but, you know, having that extra safety stock is a lot of comfort that you can have.
We have seen Pan make a comeback with just 50, with barely taking any damage. Maybe we might see that again.
Possibly. Some light jabs on the shield. Okay. No, the good dashing there. Okay.
Over there.
ZSS is fully covered, but probably gonna lose the ink anytime soon.
True. My thing about playing Sonic, like if Sonic is covered, in all honesty, he's playing like Sonic, running away until it took down a little bit.
He doesn't need to because what ZSS, like what's happening right now is that he's taking away ZSS's reactionary
good spot dodge.
Stuff like, you know, rising there or up the out of shield, stuff like that, right?
Ooh,
you take
combo.
away ZSS's options and you force ZSS to commit, which is already like down low. So
the issue with
it's the way you should be playing. And just another.
He's gonna catch him.
Okay. Well played.
He redeemed it. He like that. You know, a swing and a miss. You know, he kind of struck out right there. But you know what? This was just like Banter a little bit.
And it's a tough bracket seeing Pandulce go out, but Banter, like I